got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Cousins. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, they will run McKinnon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will jump on top of the game's first score this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt and then you go down and score.
And you got to see him press the punt on the sideline, head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their 1st drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on the football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
They're certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Cousins now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. On the return, it's Tony. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, this has all the makings of a landmark day running the football. He scored 3 times now. We haven't hit the quarter break.
You think they got the Camaro Christmas Day 2020? 6 touchdowns, which tied Ernie Nevers, the Hall of Famer. He's halfway there already. Some fancy footwork in the early going.
Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 6. From the 44, Cousins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. That fumble return for the touchdown. You think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
Now about to be the highlight brand of the California where we see fumbles return to the house. But if you haven't tried to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Butker on for the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On third down, Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here comes Tony on the return. There's the stiff arm. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. Pushes past him. 51 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out. Maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Second down, McKinnon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15. Kansas City has a first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Here's McKinnon on the draw. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Cook. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Michael Dana drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 50 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And, oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jarek McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. Charles, let's focus on the positive. The lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in the